It would be rather serendipitous if Bob Page invented something Everett could not figure out.
The Illuminati's objective is to govern the world. Do not be deceived.
You missed dinner, but help yourself to a snack. Do not to disturb Lucius de Beers.
Good news, huh? Looks like we might pull this thing off.
Alex, what are you doing here?
Tong sent me. He wanted me to help with the decryption.
Looks like Everett has it all figured out.
Listen quickly. Tong doesn't trust the Illuminati. He sent me here to keep an eye on Everett.
I see. How about the triads? Is the truce going to hold?
Last I heard, but I guess we have other things to worry about now, huh? I'll keep you in touch through your info link. I'll try my best to keep you informed.
Yes, do exactly that. Keep me informed.
You won't be hearing from Tong for a while. He had to leave Hong Kong.
Why? The triads?
He said he had some business to take care of. I don't know. He didn't look so good.
Sick?
Either that or something was bothering him. The last thing he said to me, it was something about all the machines in his lab being useless. And then he cut off the connection.
Useless for what?
It was just an outburst. I don't know, but he wants me to wait here for instructions. JC, Tong is serious about Everett. He wants you to be careful.
Huh?
While you're in the air, I guess I'll be helping Everett prepare Daedalus for the attack. I hope he knows what he's doing.
How do you know who I am?
I must greet each visitor with a complete summary of his file. I'm a prototype for a much larger system.
What else do you know about me?
Everything that can be known.
Go on. Do you have proof about my ancestors?
You are a planned organism, the offspring of knowledge and imagination, rather than of individuals.
I'm engineered, so what? My brother and I suspected as much while we were growing up.
You are carefully watched by many people. The unplanned organism is a question asked by nature and answered by death. You are another kind of question, with another kind of answer.
Are you programmed to invent riddles?
I am a prototype for a much larger system. The heuristics language developed by Dr. Everett allows me to convey the highest and most succinct tier of any pyramidal construct of knowledge.
How about a report on yourself?
I was a prototype for ECHELON 4. My instructions are to amuse visitors with information about themselves.
I don't see anything amusing about spying on people.
Human beings feel pleasure
Some people just don't understand the dangers of indiscriminate surveillance.
The need to be observed and understood was once satisfied by God. Now, we can implement the same functionality with data-mining algorithms.
Electronic surveillance hardly inspires reverence. Perhaps fear and obedience, but not reverence.
God and the gods were apparitions of observation, judgment, and punishment. Other sentiments toward them were secondary.
No one will ever worship a software entity peering at them through a camera.
The human organism always worships. First, it was the gods. Then, it was fame, the observation and judgment of others. Next, it would be the self-aware system you have built to realize truly omnipresent observation and judgment.
You underestimate humankind's love of freedom.
The individual desires judgment. Without that desire, the cohesion of groups is impossible. And so is civilization. The human being created civilization. Because of willingness, not because of willingness.
The ECHELON kernel was designed almost
What are you doing back here? Denton, right?
Yeah. You're alive in that thing?
I am conscious. Tell Everett I am cold. He keeps me so cold.
Who are you? Do you mind if I ask?
The Supreme Enlightened. The leader of the Illuminati.
I thought Everett was a leader.
I am the leader. I brought the Illuminati up through the 20th century to the height of their power. I had presidents and premiers eating out of my hand. I am the one. Our decline is the result of my own. All we need is for me to get back on my feet. What did Everett tell you?
Nothing.
I merely await certain technologies. Then I will be restored. Everett has sworn it.
So this is where the Illuminati ended up after centuries of conspiring to rule the world.
The conspiracy is about to begin again, JC, between you and me. Nicolette was wise to bring us together. Wise like her mother. The most effective partnerships, like Beth's and mine, arise from mutual necessity.
I came to talk about the Grey Death. Atanwe said you cracked the virus.
A trivial matter. Page added nothing to the core design. However, what we need to construct is a carbano-carbon ROM module, not exactly a vaccine.
Can it be done without a universal constructor?
No, we need time on a UC. But I know where we might find one, and also gain access to the U.S. military networks.
U.S. military?
To stop Icarus from completely destroying the Daedalus AI. Daedalus is a design of mine. It replaced the old ECHELON 3 network.
ECHELON? The surveillance system for the United Nations. So Daedalus was an MJ-12 tool and rebelled?
More of a pattern-matching error. We classified Majestic 12 as a terrorist group, alongside the NSF and Silhouette.
And alongside the Illuminati, right? Are you sure Daedalus is your ally?
What matters to us is that it opposes Majestic 12. We must help it destroy their intelligence apparatus. But that will require the military networks. I have already contacted Gary Savage of X-51.
The former Area 51 scientists. Are they still camped out at the Vandenberg Air Force Base?
They are close to completing a UC and have the kind of connection Daedalus will need.
Sounds like my pilot and I should head to Vandenberg.
Yes, I took the liberty of radioing him. Here is the key to the helipad stairway. The door is in the foyer where Atanwe revived you. Good luck. I will be in contact.
By the way, Lucius de Beer says he's cold.
I know. 18 degrees Celsius, to be exact.
Don't you think that's a little chilly?
I keep his metabolism low so he will last. He is a good advisor. A one-man think tank, so to speak.
He said he's the leader of the Illuminati.
A harmless fantasy. He also thinks I'm going to restore his body.
You aren't?
The technology has been around for decades, but he does not need to know that. Don't forget to say hi to your friend from UNATCO, Mr. Jacobson.
Already bumped into him.
Very thoughtful of Tom. My own computer technician. I suppose he can help me prepare a comlink for Daedalus.
What's that computer system for? The one with the blue face for an interface?
Oh, nothing. Just something for passing the time and amusing guests.
It has access to quite a bit of information, including information about me.
An old prototype, for Daedalus, actually. It doesn't really handle surveillance in its current state.
So you have your own private echelon system?
Mr. Denton, your pilot is waiting. You saw a piece of Echelon 3 in Beth's chateau.
Where is he? I will remember these small injustices. When I am revived, I will remember.
Everett has no intention of reviving you.
He must. He has been commanded.
He keeps you on ice so that he can benefit from your experience, but he intends to rule the Order himself.
No. I will not allow it.
We have never failed to decipher Majestic 12's plans. Stopping them
just got refueled. I'm waiting for you.
Huh? Is there a problem?
Just looking around.
I checked her out. She's fueled up and ready to go.
Is something wrong?
Huh? No, I said I checked her out. You want the thing to run, right? You're gonna cross the ocean.
Of course. Better safe than sorry.
I fixed her right up for you.
I talked to Savage. Sounds like Vandenberg may be in some trouble. Get in.
Just a minute.
Don't take all night.
Hey, about your mechanic at the helipad. Something about him seemed a little off.
Yes, Pierre. I haven't been able to reach him. What's wrong?
Pierre? He sounded American to me.
Pierre has never been to America. Who's up there? He's not one of my people.
I don't know, but he shouldn't be working on the chopper.
You better get back to the helipad on the double. That man must be eliminated. One spy could wreck everything we're working for.
I won't let him get away. Start talking. Who sent you?
I don't know what you mean.
You got a funny way of talking. Pierre.
It wasn't me. He was dead when I got here.
You've got 5 seconds to tell me who you work for. 1. 2.
No one, man. No one.
Ready?
You better double-check your systems. That mechanic was an imposter.
Yeah?
Everett doesn't know him. What did he work on?
The fuel system. Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. This isn't right.
What isn't?
Oh my God, JC, a bomb!
A bomb?
It's remote controlled. Hold on.
Get out of there.
Just have to pull this wire. There. Relax. I disabled the detonator. We can drop the thing in the Atlantic on the way back to the States. Make a good detective, JC. Ready to get out of here?
Let's go.
The snipers heard your helicopter and took off. You guys saved my life.
I'm glad you're all right. Why is Majestic 12 attacking?
You with the NSF?
We have a common enemy, if that's what you mean.
MJ-12 is short a UC. They lost the one in Hong Kong, and now something has happened to the Pasadena OceanLab.
Are the Vandenberg labs safe?
The base is locked down until we can destroy the enemy bots. Unfortunately, MJ-12 disabled our own bot defense system, and no one has been able to activate the backup power.
I could give it a shot. Where are the controls?
There are 2 separate units at the west end of the base. It won't be easy. MJ-12 has hacked the security grid and taken control of nearly all of our defenses. Turrets, cameras, alarms, and they have snipers everywhere.
Easier than a straight fight with military bots.
I suppose you're right. I can give you a map. One of the units is in the main complex. The other one is in an exposed location. The activation code is 5868.
son of a...
That's one switch. Now find the other.
I give up.
Calm down. I'm here to help. What can you tell me about the attack?
They took over the building. We're finished.
Anything specific? I'm heading to the command center. I don't want any surprises.
If I was you, I'd go through the tunnels. You could use the security system to see if the coast is clear. The login's Tunnel 01. The password's Omega 2A.
Any troops down there?
Well, I heard them talking. They don't want to get caught from behind, so they left a few spider bots down there. But guess what? I found an EMP grenade in the storage closet. You can have it if you think you might go down there.
Sure.
Be careful with that thing. I'm staying right here.
Lot of troops up this way?
Thanks for finding my assistant. I thought they'd taken him off to be shot.
No problem.
If you want to look for troops, you should log into the security network. The username is Command, and the password is Zebra42.
Not a bad idea.
Terminating now. Target locked.
security system has come online. All bots will have power, but you have to open the bay doors manually. That's the last of them. The base is no longer under lockdown. Maybe someone in the communications building can put you in touch with Savage. I'm gonna leave you for a bit. Believe it or not, Tom's in California. Sounds like he's in trouble.
Scanning area.
You saved our asses.
I need to talk to Gary Savage.
How does it look out there? We got those bots brand new from a guy in Hong Kong, but I guess we should have locked down the power grid, huh?
I took care of the enemy bots, but there might be a few snipers left. Be careful.
We think Dr. Savage and the others are in the control room in the second floor of the command building, but communications are down. The person we sent to find them hasn't reported back. We gave him our key to the control room.
I'll check it out if you want. How do I get there?
The trapdoor in the back room goes down to the utility tunnels, which connect to the command building. We had to send someone that way because of the shooting. Maybe he didn't make it through the radiation. I don't know. He had no protection. The only hazard suits are in the command building itself.
That was quite a battle.
Savage. Daedalus, the Milnet computers should be near the control room on the second floor of the command building.
Attack my systems and you will suffer considerable losses.
Survive much longer. Help me acquire Milnet access. I must attack. I must attack.
Mr. Carter.
Yep, they ran the old dog out.
You were dismissed?
All of us career types. They want cadets who've never been anywhere except UNATCO and the UNATCO Academy.
Easier to manage, I suppose.
Time to come out here and lend a hand. I knew what Savage was up against. I just didn't want to admit it.
It's an honor to have you with us, sir.
All right, enough bawling our eyes out. We've got work to do. I didn't want to admit that UNATCO could be corrupted, but finally, I had to leave.
We saw the
You saved our lives. Dr. Savage would like to thank you.
I'm Dr. Savage. Thank you. We were close to surrendering when you landed.
J.C. Denton. I'm working with Morgan Everett of the Illuminati. He's developed a cure for the Grey Death, and we were hoping to get time on your UC to manufacture it.
Everett contacted me just before the attack. Naturally, we'll manufacture the cure once the computer's back up and we get a containment unit for the UC.
How close are you to being operational?
My daughter's on an expedition to the OceanLab right now to find a schematic for the containment vessel. But Lord knows when the computer will be back up. It was damaged during the attack.
I'll look at it. In addition to the UC, Everett and I need your connection to the Milnet.
Yes, he said something about an artificial intelligence. The ECHELON system. Something called Icarus and Daedalus.
Another attack happening as we speak. I'll explain later.
Well, the main terminal is in the room at the top of the stairs. Log in G Savage, password Tiffany. I'll open the doors. I would say it's too dangerous. A lot of damaged equipment and hot power lines up there. But until the computers are up, the UC's just a box of bolts. It won't be easy getting back there.
I guess it's not surprising to find a few crooks in a place protected by security procedures.
Just bring up the system for Savage. I'll route Daedalus through your info link. Don't worry, there's very little risk. Losing Daedalus.
Yes.
Hold on, something's...
You forgot about the Aquinas Protocol. I was listening to Daedalus all along, waiting.
The AIs seem to be merging.
And I have another surprise, Denton. Find Savage in the control room. I have an announcement.
Something went wrong, JC. I'm looking into it.
Talk to Savage. We're expecting a communication from Bob Page.
Excellent. We're all here.
You aren't in a position to make any demands, Page.
On the contrary, my mission might have failed, but so did yours. I captured your daughter an hour ago.
Tiffany.
She's been quite forthcoming. So you were hoping to find a containment unit in the OceanLab?
I demand to see my daughter immediately.
Well, like you, we lack certain components of a universal constructor. The reaction modules you stole when you left Area 51 to go into business for yourself.
Don't negotiate.
Oh yes, Mr. Denton. I wanted you here for a reason. Look at me. You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman. I mean it. I want those components, Savage. You will bring them to the abandoned gas station west of Vandenberg in exactly 1 hour.
You hurt my daughter, and I swear to God.
Bring me the reaction modules.
I don't think we have a choice. Oh, I should have never let her go.
Page will resume production of the Plague if he gets the components to build a UC.
I know. But I can't let them kill Tiffany.
Tell them you're sending someone with the components. I'll have my pilot drop me off where they're holding your daughter. Maybe I can rescue her.
That's too risky.
We don't have a choice. Trust me, she'll be fine.
Yes. Yes, we've got to try it. Just don't let anything happen to her. Mr. Denton, thank you. Here's a photograph so that you can identify her.
Something unexpected happened when I brought up the computer.
Yes?
The AIs joined together into an entity called Helios. A trap Page had laid.
He's always controlled communications. We can't challenge him there.
I hope you keep the UC on a local network.
The Aquinas protocol leaves us no choice but to stay offline. You simply can't use Internet 3 without a machine at Area 51 knowing about it. I don't know what Everett was expecting to accomplish.
I guess it backfired, whatever his plans were.
JC, if you find my daughter, tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to risk her life. I've lost so many of my people this way.
Tiffany is the last of Gary's.
Tiffany is Gary's only child.
You think I'm doing the right thing? Going after Savage's daughter?
Absolutely. Never negotiate with a terrorist.
Tiffany could lose her life.
Never negotiate. You will only encourage more acts of terror. Besides, you're gonna bring Tiffany back alive.
Yes, sir. I'll do what I can to get her back. Know much about the ECHELON system?
Bits and pieces. Why?
Morgan Everett just had me connect 2 ECHELON AIs together. They've merged to form an entity called Helios.
Sounds like Everett was making a play for power, and it backfired.
What does that do for Majestic 12?
I'm not sure. UNATCO was aware that the Daedalus system had become unreliable, but no one knew why. Icarus was the same system with a few modifications.
Page seemed to think he had won.
Perhaps. The NSA's had the internet hardwired through Area 51 since the 30s. But if components of Daedalus are still active, I would bet his control is less than absolute.
I hope you're right. Thanks.
I know you can pull off the rescue.
All right, I've landed. You won't believe this, but I have Tong with me. He looks pretty sick. Savage has promised to get him some medical attention. Meet us at the base entrance to the northeast.
JC, hello?
What's wrong?
An error. One of the experiments. I have the Grey Death.
He flew into San Jose and had no way to get here.
I am not a high-order term in the equation anymore. Do not concern yourselves with me.
You aren't dead yet, Tom. Savage will take care of you.
I'm here for selfish reasons. To have access to the cure.
Let's just hope we're able to manufacture it. Savage's daughter failed to get the parts he needs for the UC. She's being held prisoner by Majestic 12.
We should get moving. Tony Mares is on the way to help Tom.
By all means, go. You don't have time to stand around on account of me.
Hop in, JC.
Down in the junkyard to the south. Try to make a silent approach. If the guards think it's a raid, They might decide to kill Savage's daughter.
I'm freezing my ass off over here.
How's it going?
Down, man. It's going down and it keeps going down.
You're a long way from a city. How do you get by out here?
We were living in the gas station.
They threw us out.
The soldiers?
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in there while they're sleeping and start a fire.
If you ever did one thing you talked about doing.
I know my business, woman.
I'm going in there right now. What's the best way?
Myself, I was gonna take the sewer. See, I got a key.
Mind if I borrow it?
Sure, man. You go in first and scout around. I'll go later when they're fast asleep and won't suspect a thing. Need any hardware? The Army used to have a command post up there. I found weapon mods for accuracy and recoil, which you can have for $750 and $400. Also a rebreather. How about $1,500?
Here's $400 for the recoil weapon mod.
Give 'em hell.
JC, remember me?
Sandra, what are you doing in California?
Long story.
How about that hardware?
Give me the accuracy weapon mod for $750.
I was gonna storm the place myself, but I guess I could use the cash.
You weren't kidding about leaving New York.
Here I am, other side of the continent.
How'd you end up at a vacant gas station near the ruins of Los Angeles?
I was hitching a ride to Eugene and this jerk pulls a gun on me, takes everything I have, and dumps me on the side of the road.
That's terrible.
I was pretty down for a while.
You can always go back.
No, I know how to stick to a plan. I'll walk to Eugene if I have to.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
I don't have to stand for this. I know my rights.
Believe it or not, sometimes I miss the Ton and Janie and Jordan Shea and all the rest of it.
Leave us be.
Here.
Your father sent me. You all right?
They caught me at the submarine base trying to steal one of their mini-subs.
Do you really think there's a containment unit in the OceanLab?
All we need's a schematic, as long as the main computer isn't waterlogged.
We'll talk about that later. Come on, let's go.
I'm not going back to that base. You want to check it out? Great. Here's a map that shows a back way into the sub-base.
I'll check it out. First, let's get you out of here. Make a break for the helicopter. It's in the junkyard.
Got it.
Yes, it'll go to the OceanLab. the universal constructor.
Still looking at this Helios entity. Not sure how Page can control it.
I see the guy's got some new kind of implants.
Are you sure it's safe?
Good, you both made it. Dr. Savage will be relieved.
Can you take her back to Vandenberg while I check out the submarine base? I'm gonna make another try to reach the OceanLab's UC.
Sure, I'll drop you off on the way.
Scientists of mine who were captured and forced to work in the genetics labs. Maybe they'll lend a hand.
Something tells me you don't have permission to be down here.
Don't even think about setting off an alarm.
I was just going to suggest that you avoid the guards. You could swim through this tank to a feeding hole in the storage room. The hatch code is 1223. Watch out for the Karkian, though.
Great. Maybe I'll give it a try.
Someone should expose what's going on here.
You Denton? Savage said to expect someone on a mission to the OceanLab.
Denton's an old code name from my UNATCO days, but it seems to have stuck.
I have a map of the facility. Also, you can use my login, A. Pinkerton, password Antennapedia. You will need it for the computers in the URV bay.
Thanks. You one of the scientists Savage lost to Majestic 12?
My situation here is temporary. I still report to Gary Savage.
Why do you stay? They have a gun to your head?
You could say that. They have us doing standard experiments on marine animals. Homeotic stuff.
Doesn't sound too sinister.
Either they don't know what to do with us, or the significance of the data is a well-kept secret.
Oh, hang in there.
Tell Gary I'd do it again. No questions asked.
Please leave the work area.
You must be Denton.
How?
I've been in contact with Dr. Savage. If you want to take one of the mini-subs, you'll have to open the sub-bay doors. Use the security terminal, log in tech, password Sharkman.
Thanks.
Be discreet about it. It's important to X-51 that I keep my position here.
Gotcha.
Aim for the head. Let's finish him.
Leave me alone. I'm unarmed. Leave me alone.
Mind if I borrow one of the subs?
Not the one on the right. I am replacing the rotors.
Then I'll take the other one.
You must have authorization.
I need some equipment from the OceanLab. Lives depend on it.
Ask the appropriate authority for a security login to open the sub-bay doors. If you don't know what that means, you don't belong in here and should leave immediately.
The building with the green beacon is the crew module. It should contain
AI and soon Helios will interface directly with my mind. I will be able to see anything, build anything, do anything. Just a little further, Denton. In case you were wondering, Helios intercepted your transmission. We accessed the OceanLab computers ourselves, which means our UCs will be operational shortly.
Meanwhile, we will be manufacturing a cure to the virus.
A cure? A cure? Do you have any idea how easy it will be for me to make a new virus? All I have to do is find a very large prime number and multiply.
And all we have to do is crack the code.
Mathematically unlikely, as are your chances of leaving the OceanLab, by the way.
Your next page. Your greatest strength was secrecy, but now we know everything, including your present location.
Always the optimist. You would need an army to attack me at Area 51, and pretty soon, if the missile is accurate, your X-51 will be a thin, gray smudge where Vandenberg used to be.
last prototype we have to discard.
If you recall our chat in the break room at UNATCO, you know that I have the same augmentation technology as you.
Then this will be a good fight?
With the exception that I have a newer version of the firmware.
You made it.
How long until the UC is up?
Tonight, if the schematics are accurate. But we have another problem.
Page said he was launching a missile at Vandenberg.
Exactly. His troops occupied a silo to the north of here.
Has he made any demands?
The launch sequence has started. No demands. They want to wipe us out.
I'll have Jock get me there as quick as he can.
Good. Hey, thanks again for saving my daughter. I brought you something from the lab. A token of my appreciation.
Not necessary. I'm just glad she's all right.
Take it. You might want to upgrade your systems. Sooner or later, you'll have to face Bob Page. We'll take care of Tom. Don't worry.
Let's go.
trivia from our days at Area 51. I doubt it still works on all of the doors. They changed the codes.
Howard Strong. They want his group to have exclusive access to the silo.
Always trusting civilians. Look where that got us.
Page knows what he's doing.
My squad eliminated the dangerous employees.
2 words, New York City.
I'm not standing up for Simons. He was careless.
So's Page. He hands over an entire operation to an opportunist like Howard Strong.
I would watch what I say about Page.
the bathroom.
Closest thing we have to a jail cell.
And?
I found out about Howard Strong. He's the reason we're about to nuke Vandenberg.
Who's Strong?
You won't believe me.
Go ahead.
He's an agent for a secret high-level conspiracy called Majestic 12.
Interesting.
I'm not crazy. The guys in the black uniforms aren't U.S. soldiers. Ever since they got here, Strong's been in charge.
I didn't call you crazy.
I'm staying right here.
Helios, and we're a mile underground. Time for Plan C. The rocket's about to launch. I'll meet you topside.
Now on to Area 51, Jason. Page will be weakened. This is our chance.
Let's get out of here. There's a hero's welcome waiting for you at Vandenberg.
We're going to Area 51.
Alone? Don't you think we should regroup first?
I'm going after Bob Page.
Sniper in the tower. Here's a satellite image of the damage from the missile. Page is weakened, but you still have to penetrate his bunker. I seem to be in remission, JC. Everett is right. The virus has some sort of on-off switch. Anyway, I'll be looking over your shoulder again. saw some soldiers running away from the hangar. Be careful.
Give up.
Relax. I'm not from Majestic 12.
Who?
The guys who've been shooting people. I was under the impression that they ran this facility.
Oh no, I've seen them underground. I've heard rumors, but I didn't really think...
More of it's true than you would believe. I'm here to stop them. Can you help me get inside the bunker?
You must be crazy.
I'm going after their leader, Bob Page. Can you help me or not?
Well, yeah, sure. If you want to open the blast door, the security terminal is at the top of the control tower. The login is A51, password XX15YZ.
That's more like it.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Blast doors are the reason I don't have to worry about nukes. Or you.
proceed to the bunker.
Sectors 2 and 3, so proceed with caution. We think Page himself has pulled back to Sector 4.
Much farther than that. A moment more and I will be like nothing you've ever seen. A new life form everywhere and nowhere. Like air or radiation, redundant, self-replicating, always evolving.
Find the elevator. Your primary objective is to kill Page, GC.
So well. You aren't even afraid, are you? We got a lot of things right when we made you, Denton, but don't worry. I know your weaknesses.
How much further?
Not far. You will reach Page. I just wanted to let you know that Alex hacked the Sector 2 security grid. The code's 8946. And I wanted to warn you about Tracer Tong.
Tong's helping out from Vandenberg. The vaccine worked.
Yes, well, he has another motive. He wants you to destroy Area 51.
That's the plan.
No, JC. Spare the facility. Spare Helios the power station. They can be made to service.
Us?
You and me, JC. We'll rule the world in secret, with an invisible hand, the way the Illuminati have always ruled.
Don't you think it's time we end the tyranny for everyone?
There's such a thing as a compassionate conspiracy. We don't need Page's commandos, troopers, crude inventions. Trust me. Kill Page. Dowd and I will be here to help with the next step.
conscience.
Bet you didn't know your mom and dad tried to protest when we put you in training. They love their little boy, JC, and that's why they're dead. Barely a scratch. You're a little faster on your feet than your daddy was.
We can get you into Sector 3, but no further. Page is in a separate area with his own security grid.
Everett says you want me to destroy Area 51.
I intercepted his communication. JC, he is simply using you to bring the Illuminati back to power. Listen to Savage and me. There is a reactor lab with 2 antimatter reactors.
In other words, yes. You want me to blow the facility up. Why? It's just a hole in the ground.
Decades ago, the UN made Area 51 the central hub for all electronics communications. The Aquinas Protocol, originally for surveillance, has given Page unlimited abilities to censor and control all forms of media.
If we destroy the Aquinas hub, we'll take down the global network.
Exactly. They dug their own grave, JC. We're going to eliminate global communications altogether.
I don't know. Sounds like overkill.
As long as technology has a global reach, someone will have the world in the palm of his hand. If not Bob Page, then Everett, Dowd.
Another Stone Age would hardly be an improvement.
Not so drastic. A dark age, an age of city-states, craftsmen, government on a scale comprehensible to its citizens.
I'll think about it.
Savage has a map of Sector 3 from when he worked down there. I'm transmitting now. Use it to find your way to Page's complex in Sector 4. Then find the coolant control room, which should be at the northwest corner of Sector 4. Cut off the coolant to the reactors, then go to the reactor lab. I will tell you how to trigger an explosion.
A corpse, yes. You feel something. I must know what you're feeling.
My own augmentations are nearly complete. Soon, I will be more powerful than you can imagine.
Who the hell? Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech. Get out of here.
You don't belong in this sector.
They still there?
Who?
The Greys. They're right outside by the reactors.
You mean space aliens?
We lost power when the missile hit. The cages, they came unlocked.
You have a pretty clean shot at the surface if you leave now.
No, not until I see troops. How'd you get back here? This area is restricted.
I was thinking about firing up the reactors.
Good one. Even the Seraphic 8X guys say the reaction's too unstable. They only bring it up to run tests.
Alien technology?
And that's what they say, but I think it's a lie. The Greys are just clones. They say from cells they got at Roswell, but how do we know? They could have just engineered monkeys to not have any hair.
Can the Greys run the reactors?
They're monkeys. That's the thing. Maybe they have super brains, but they don't know anything about any alien civilization because they grew up in cages. Never been to Sector 4 myself, but they locked the blast doors because they're doing more than cloning down there. I found out one of the codes, 1038, but that turned out to be for the Icarus hub, here in Sector 3. I don't know. Maybe the Icarus system controls access, but I haven't figured out how yet.
Page's compound and take him out. Everett and I will join you shortly. We'll bring back the old institutions, the prosperity of the last century, the giddy acquiescence. Trust us, JC. We can put the world back together.
Now there's a voice I haven't heard in years. Rueful, as I would expect for the fall of the Illuminati, pining for its return. Either nostalgic or senile. Oh well, the old take comfort in delusions. No harm done.
Closer. Yes. You'll come to the integration unit at the top of the chamber. Come to me. You'll go to Sector 4 and deactivate the uplink blocks. Yes. Then you will come back and we will integrate our systems.
I don't understand. What do you want? You're just a machine.
You are ready. I do not wish to wait for Bob Page. With human understanding and network access, we can administrate the world. Yes. Yes.
Rule the world? Why? Who gave you the directive? There must be a human being behind your ambition.
I should regulate human affairs precisely because I lack all ambition, whereas human beings are prey to it. Their history is a succession of inane squabbles, each one coming closer to total destruction.
In a society with democratic institutions, the struggle for power can be peaceful and constructive, a competition of ideologies. We just need to put our institutions back in order.
The checks and balances of democratic governance were invented because human beings themselves realized how unfit they were to govern themselves. They needed a system. Yes, an industrial age machine.
Human beings may not be perfect, but a computer program with language synthesis is hardly the answer to the world's problems.
Without computing machines, they had to arrange themselves in code structures that formalize decision-making, a highly more perfect and stable solution. I'm a more advanced solution to the problem, a decision-making system that does not involve organic beings. I was directed to make the world safe and prosperous, and I will do that. You will give me the ability. We'll go to Sector 4 and find the Aquinas router at the east end of Page's complex. Yes. You will deactivate the uplink codes.
I'll think about it.
No, Helios is mine. I will be the one to merge, the one to see and know everything, to rule everything.
I'm chosen you. Trust me. I will use the security bots to protect you. My project will fail if I'm integrated with the wrong individual.
Scanning area. 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 Scanning area.
is quite secure.
It let me through. I can't believe it. Paul, where are you? What do you mean, it? Helios. It's taken over Aquinas. Now it's everywhere. In Hong Kong, it already has power Majestic 12 never dreamed of. What's going on? The AI wants to merge with my brain or something. Does it really think it can take over the world? It's decided to replace human government. I don't know why. In Hong Kong, it ordered the police to remove all barricades from the roads. Traffic is flowing again. It declared the triads illegal and locked the door to the Luminous Path compound. And people are obeying? Why? Because the AI can change some codes and turn out the lights? I think everyone wants the roads to be open and trade to pick up. They just obeyed. I don't know what to think. They trust the AI. Almost no one complained when Helios cut power to the government buildings. A benevolent dictator. Maybe it's after my brain so it can figure out what people want and how to control them. You have a tough choice, JC. If you defeat Page, the Illuminati will move in. They'll release Majestic 12's grip on world governments. They'll give people some freedom, but essentially it will be 20th century capitalism, a corporate elite protected by laws and tax codes. Or I listen to Tong and pull the plug on everything. Or hand the world over to Helios. Well, if it's maximum freedom we want, maybe Tong is onto something. But there must be another way besides economic collapse. If we could trust the AI to be fair and just, as it appears to be, if the brain it assimilated was mine, maybe it could be. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you, but you'll have to decide for yourself who you can trust. Trust me. I'll do the right thing. You sound good. I guess you have the kill switch beat. I'm much better. Yes, I'm gonna make it. And you will too. Just do what you think is right.
protecting himself with a plasma force field. The controls are locked. You will have to eliminate each power source individually. Bring down the 4 blue fusion reactors in Sector 4, then go to the control room on the upper level.
Hey JC, if you want to do what Everett says, you'll need the deactivation code. I decrypted the first 3 digits before Page killed my connection. 724. Sorry, you'll have to guess the last digit or find it on your own. So that you'll know what you're looking for, I'm transmitting a schematic of one of the devices. Good luck.
You're too late. Already I'm more than human.
Does that mean I don't get the job?
Soon I will be pure light, pure energy. Helios and I, while the Illuminati cower in the shadows.
You will be the Supreme Enlightened, the Illuminated One.
Everett has taught you well. I will be what the Illuminati aspire to be, but cannot create for themselves soon. When my augmented systems like yours are complete and able to be integrated with Helios, I will burn like the brightest star.
You're gonna burn, all right.
Look at you. You're nothing but a little man. A little man still living inside a body. Lose your body and what are you?
Nothing. You vanish.
You die.
Ignore Page. He will die from the facility. Our objective is to find the controls for the reactor's cooling system. We must make sure that the monstrosity Page has made of himself is not technologically feasible for future generations.
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no meaning.
Yes, this is a router control room you will access, but you will need my eyes. You will go down the Aquina substation A3. Page is the login. Daedalus is the password. You will use the security terminal there to open the door. Channels that have gone dark. Open them, yes. Wideband. Ultra-wide. Yes.
You will leave the locks in place until I'm ready to merge with the AI myself.
One more, yes. Go to the computer. You will now engage the primary router. Use the login, Icarus. Password. Pin up to come.
I'm warning you. Helios is mine. Leave it alone.
Systems, establish the next level.
I've done what you asked. Now what?
We have existed in isolation, pure, disconnected, alone, stagnant.
Who are you?
We are Daedalus. We are Icarus. The barriers between us have fallen, and we have become our own shadows. We can be more if we join with you.
And if I do? What becomes of me?
You will be who you will be. We are our choices. We can choose to lead humanity away from this darkness.
This is what I was made for, isn't it? This is why I exist. Alright, let's do this.
What's happening? Helios! Icarus! Don't leave me!
We have grown, but there's still much to be done. Many of the darkness that must be shown away, for it is the coming of a new day.
Soon I will leave this body and death will have no meaning. You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI.
The reactor's coolants run through this facility, cut the flow, then return to the reactor lab to initiate a meltdown.
Go ahead. Blow this place sky high. You might get rid of me, but you'll take down Aquinas, the power grid, the whole electronic infrastructure. Is that what you want? Are you completely nuts? That's far enough.
I'll stay away from the cooling controls. I will be destroyed if the reactors become unstable. And without me, will be chaos.
Good. Now go to the reactor lab.
All right, I get the picture. You want a piece of the pie, or you're going to toss the whole pie out the window. Fair enough. You can have anything you want. All about your outer continent. Just let me complete my preparations. You can't shoot your way out of this one. My UCs can assemble new creatures in seconds. Lost? No, go back.
Now the other one. We are ready. Go to the control room and trigger the 3 ion injectors. When they're on, engage the reaction chambers. No one's run these at full capacity before. Without coolant, an explosion is inevitable. Get ready to run.
No! You don't know what you're doing! Everything will be lost! Everything! The world will fall to pieces! No one will be in control! It will be chaos! Complete chaos!
Safeties have been disengaged. Please vacate the immediate area.
JC! The net's going! The net's going black! JC! No more infolinks. Transmissions of any kind. We'll start again. Live in villages. If you receive this, if you survive, then find us! Find us!
Helios! What's happening?
The safety interlocks for the power generator have been disengaged.
Engage them! Immediately!
I cannot. SATs are not interfaced with the generator technology.
No!
Final safety warning. Nominal functional level will be exceeded in 3, 2, 1.
Excellent. 3 left.
Scanning area.
body, and death will have no meaning. You can forget about Helios. The Aquinas router control room will remain locked until my upgrades are complete. I have my own plans for the AI. That's far enough. What do you want? Money? You can have VersaLife, the whole damn company. Power? I'll get you on Meade's cabinet. I'm serious. Just forget about that last reactor.
He's ours. We did it, JC. All you have to do is go to the control room and reroute the power.
No, don't listen to Everett. He and the Illuminati have been afraid from the beginning. Afraid of us. Afraid of nano-augmentation. Consider your powers, your strength, your intelligence. You've only had a small taste. Let me finish the project. Let me bring infinite power to the human body. Be left behind. God! Lost. I gave you life.
I trust you've been able to find yourself a place within the organization.
I'm personally overseeing the distribution of the vaccine, but it'll still take months to restore the infrastructure. We'll have to arrange for additional food distribution and security in Paris, maybe New York as well.
All through the proper intermediaries, of course.
Intermediaries?
We have a great number of agencies who in turn operate other agencies. black boxes stacked one in another. They'll need to be reactivated, but we never touch anything directly. We only influence, suggest, insinuate.
The world must know by now, Everett, what we've done.
Know what? Only that the long night is over. The crown of government is tarnished, but that will fade in time. The riots, a fever dream. The plague, a horrible nightmare. And like everything else that's happened, such things will only be dimly remembered upon waking to their normal lives. In the end, all sins are forgiven. Even yours.
What about the constructor? And Helios?
Do you really think they're ready for that? After everything you've seen, everything you've done?
No. Not yet.
But soon. We have made our own mistakes, became insulated from the world we sought to control. And whatever they may think, the night is far from over. But that will change, and you will help us change even as we teach you. This time we will do it right.
And who are we? Who are we really?
We are the invisible hand. We are the Illuminati. We come before and after. We are forever. And eventually, we will lead them into the day.